because we just do data here. Now, if I were to do personal opinion, I would say get Noble Knights and Evil Eye the out of here.
This is this is bad.
All right, here we go.
Often imitated the biggest win ever. Never duplicated.
The comments, I'm not ready.
Oh, the original. And is it going to be any different this week?
I don't think so, man. Billy Kamel here. King Pause. I just forgot what I was going to say.
Circus here coming at you. First tournament, like, all right, Ken Hawk, take it back, search a card. Man, I'm cruising. This is great.
Ken Hawk.
Join us each week as we track decks and see how they perform in tournaments around the community. This is the DLE Power Rankings.
What's up, everybody? Circus here coming in with this week's Power Rankings video. And wow, I can't wait to get to this one because the point disparity is just unbelievable. I don't even know why we're here anymore. How you doing, Kamel?
I am doing great. Glad to be here for another week of the Power Rankings.
And in case you guys don't know what we're doing here, each week we track decks as they're played in tournaments throughout the community, and then we rank them based on how they're finished. So if a deck gets a first place finish, it gets 6 points. A second place finish is 4 points. A top 4 is 2 points. And a top 8 is a single point.
That's right, Circus. And to keep the power rankings consistent, all the tournaments we track have to have the same format, that being rounds of Swiss into a top cut, with the deck format being one deck with a 7-card side where you can side in skills. And the tournaments that reached that criteria this week were the Battle Phase tournaments, the Meta Freaklies, Meta Weeklies, and Mimicker Cup.
Yeah, so we were short like one tournament because we did a meme tournament this week. So instead of having like Battle Phase Tuesday, we had like a meme tournament, right? It was
We've been doing that for a couple
Battleship.
weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And as always, if you want guaranteed access to the Battle Phase tournaments, you can become a channel member on YouTube or a subscriber on Twitch.
Now we do have 2 surprise entries into the power rankings this week. Let's take a look at number 5.
Number 5.
IXZ Summon.
Evil Eye.
Wait, seriously? All right, our boy PDS called it last week. He said Evil Eye is going to make an impact on the meta. But let's be honest here. 8 points is 5th place this week. That's how bad it is.
It is disturbing. Evil Eyes have some pretty good matchups in the meta right now. Their Blue Eyes matchup, pretty crazy. Their Fire King and Thunder Dragon matchup, also pretty crazy. They have access to Medusa, which can rip cards out of the graveyard once per turn.
Mm-hmm.
Whitestone, Garunix, what's another guy? Any Thunder Dragon card in your grave that you need for to summon a Levianeer or anything in your grave that you just need to use, you can get it out of there. This is a DD Crow with leg that's a part of your engine. You don't have to side it in, and this deck mains it. You're always going to be searching it. And Evil Eye Defeat is one of the most versatile forms of removal that an archetype has access to on its own, not generic.
Yeah, I like seeing different decks into making it into the power rankings here. This one just squeaking in with representation of 21. So, usually when we do conversion rates at the end, you have to have 20 appearances in the tournaments to make it. So Evil Eye just squeaking in, but top 8 conversion, 10%'s not bad.
Yes, there's a lot of good Evil Eye players out there, but the deck has not had a lot of great matchups at all recently. But with the power of Xyz monsters being able to freely resummon your monsters using your Evil Eye equip spells, and Storm is extremely powerful when dealing with back row with this deck. So if you like Evil Eyes, get in there. This is a great time for you to play the deck in tournaments.
All right, so that was one deck that snuck into the power rankings this week. Let's see what number 4 is.
Number 4. Noble Knights.
All right, also sneaking into the power.
Circus, you got the wrong deck list. I think this one from a couple months ago.
No, this is the right one.
What?
It somehow.
Noble Knights are on the power rankings. Is that Parallel Twister? Is that Parallel Twister on the field? Oh my gosh, this is what Noble Knights have been reduced to. And yes, I was astonished looking at the tournament report as well. Field of the Warriors, Noble Knights. won the Meta Freakly Friday this week. Now there's
Well,
only
it was a mirror
24.
match in the finals. That's the thing. If it wasn't for that one tournament, this deck would even be on the power
It was
rankings.
a mirror match? Oh my gosh, look at that. That is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, Noble Knights have not been doing very well. Of course,
No.
them losing balance lost them, I would say, most of their consistency. Noble Knights were already clear to be a go first or lose to removal or flip down card. And now you cannot guarantee that you get a playable hand with survivability, equip spells, and a monster every game. So on top of you not being able to survive any back row, you don't even know if you're going to open a monster to play with. So yeah, it's pretty rough for them right now.
I think that extra 200 attack is really what got him into the finals.
I believe so too. Probably made it easier to trade against I don't know what.
That's how you know you're getting desperate, when you're taking Joey base skills and then using them.
Jeez, man. What I would have paid to hear the voice lines in that finals.
Oh my god. Complete torture. All right, let's check out number 3.
Number 3,
Swing, swing, swing. Takes 24.
Automats.
All right, finally moving up one spot this week to third place is Automats. But if you look, it's 15 points. Last week they had 20 points in fourth place. So they got fewer points and moved up. Can you believe it?
This is a slow week. You know, Automats, they didn't do much more this week than they did the previous 2 weeks. You can see the decks below them did not do very well. They're like just meme appearances.
I was about to say, aren't they meme decks? Didn't you just call them meme decks?
Yeah, they are meme decks. So Automats, again, not doing much. I don't think much has changed for them. I will say this, in side deck formats that we've seen elsewhere, like in Trilinks, Automats just straight up runs out of card economy against most decks, and the Xyz boss monsters are not enough when going first, or when they can't just OTK you. You know? Stuff like the Fairy Knight Ingunar that have made this deck better are really only of use dismantling your opponent's board. Your opponent has a really powerful turn after you establish one Xyz monster or two, or the turn after you go in and you fail to finish them off. So, and that comes up just a little too often for Automats to do any better.
I don't even know what to say anymore about this deck because it's just always in the same place. So let's just move on to number 2.
Number 2,
That was absolutely gross, dude.
Stick and Chair Dark Lords.
And jumping up to the second spot in the power rankings this week and making Reseline so very happy is Stick and Chair Dark Lords. This was a deck that was, we said maybe in theory, only in practice was good, but actually got a tournament victory this week in a meme tournament, and that was Battle Phase Rising Sun.
Sin Mavis getting Seraph Star Lords. It is the name we in that tournament we declared that the name of the deck, Star Lords. This is their first tournament win on the power rankings. I do believe. I don't think they've even gotten a win yet. So this is
last week, definitely not.
Yeah, this is the start. This is the start of them being played more in Battle Phase. You can see 88 representation this week. That is way up. Increasingly up. From last week they had 66, and the week before that only around 20. So more and more people are playing Star Seraph Dark Lords. Good to see, because the deck is what a lot of people claim to be as proven tier 1 right now, and it definitely has the consistency and power to back that up.
Just checking real quick, they did win the Meta Weekly the week of February 21st, and they did win Battle Phase Friday. Battle Phase Monday, the week of February 14th.
Yeah, since the ban list, first tournament win. There you go.
It's been a long while. And,
yeah, it has been a while.
And in between those times, they did nothing. So not even making it into the top 5. So congratulations, Stick and Chair Dark Lords. Enjoy.
Everyone already knows they're good.
In theory, on paper, they're like witchcrafters.
On paper.
Yeah. All right, let's see what the number 1 deck of the week's gonna be.
Number 1,
It all comes down to this.
Blue Eyes.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Here we are. Blue Eyes again, winning by 21 points. This almost feels like the Sheer Nui times, right? But with Sheer Nui, they were always in the top 3. They actually kind of fluctuated. Right now, remember, it was like Noble Knight, Noble Knight, Noble Knight. Now it's just Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes,
Well,
Blue Eyes.
I will actually say this week, I think there were just less tournaments, so Blue Eyes couldn't win them. I think last week Blue Eyes had like 5 tournament wins just because there was way more.
Right.
And yeah.
Now it's
But,
only 2 tournament victories and only 253 representation instead of
Yeah.
293. Oh my God.
So yeah,
Just
the Blue Eyes
gross.
deck has gotten all the more disgusting. You can see people main decking cards like DD Crow now, just giving Blue Eyes
Right.
that even more disruption against decks that it usually doesn't have an amazing matchup against DD Crow, just removing those cards out of the graveyard like Fire Kings. That is the anti-Fire King card when you go into them game 1. If you are able
Yeah.
by some miracle of God to draw into the DD Crow via the cards of consonance, then you basically win that game.
Yeah, already we're only in this meta for like a month and people are already complaining about Blue Eyes. All I have to say is sit back and relax because it's going to
And
be here
enjoy
a
the
while.
ride
Yeah.
because we got like 2 months. Sir, because we got like
least.
2 months. And a KC Cup. We got 2 months in the KC Cup with Blue Eyes before they go anywhere.
And I think someone in one of our comment sections said, you don't think that Konami wants Blue Eyes for Worlds? Get out of here.
Blue Eye, they're gonna release more Blue Eye support
Yep.
for Worlds. Are you
Yep.
kidding me?
All right, let's get away from here and look at conversion rates for the week. Look at this. Dark Lords and Evil Eyes at the top at 10%.
Yeah,
Noble
it's the
Knights.
tier 1 decks.
Yeah, the tier 1 decks. Evil. Let's see. Top 8 conversion rate right here. Or I'm sorry, top 8 finishes.
What the heck?
Blue
Where was the
Eyes.
water deck? We didn't even talk about the water deck. What happened to it?
I don't know. Surprise, surprise, right?
Oh my gosh. Top 8 finishes Blue Eyes, of course, blowing everyone out of the water. Star Server Dark Lords next. Yeah, expect to see that, guys. Star Server Dark Lords haven't been on the top in Battle Phase for a while, but expect to see them taking. Looks like they're going to take the place of the water deck. Let's check the overall rankings. That's what's next, right?
Tier list is next.
Oh,
Now-
tier list is
Now, I usually take the top 5 and just put them on the
Holy
list. You know what I mean?
next.
And separate them by points. Now, honestly, because we just do data here. Now, if I were to do personal opinion, I would say get Noble Knights and Evil Eye the fuck out of here.
This is this is bad, dude. I don't
Yeah.
think this
if
is
it were
gonna
up
get
to
posted
me-
on Reddit and be like,
Yeah.
how can you trust DLE after this?
Right. Like, if it were up to me, these would be gone right now. But we do data here. This is only data driven. So,
We live by the data, die by the data.
yeah, Noble Knights and Evil Eye, I would say are tier 4 or 5. But
I would say Evil Eyes tier 4. Noble Knights are I don't know what the heck, dude.
But the Blue Eyes clearly being tier 1, Dark Lords clearly tier 2, and then Automats, maybe Water could go in there, but statistics say nah. So that's what we're going
Yeah,
with.
not this week.
All right, and then you wanted to see the overall points. So
Yeah.
check out the Water deck. Where are you?
What? 7 points for the water deck?
Yeah, not good.
That is rough, dude. A lot of people were saying this week the water deck is the weakest of the
It's-
top
Yeah, it's
decks
not
right
doing
now.
well.
It is straight up dying of thirst because the deck has no card economy at all compared to the other meta decks. It's pretty sad, and I guess this week they really felt that.
Check this out. Last week they had 111 people playing the deck. This week there were less tournaments, granted, but 44 in representation.
That is over a 60% decrease.
Yeah, that's
in
Huge.
representation.
Yeah, so people are moving on
That
from
is
the
an
Water deck.
exodus of the water deck. Oh,
Yep.
there's your title.
Exodus
Oh
of the
my
Water
God.
deck.
Exodus
But-
of the sea.
There you go. But yeah, about the same amount of decks as we saw the week before. But look at the point disparity. Everything's just getting Blue Eyes just sucks up all the points. And you can say, look, Dark Lords are second place, but I mean it's
Where
you
we
know,
expect them to be, you know?
Yeah.
Things are starting. The meta is creeping even into meme phase. So
yeah.
that is how you know things aren't really solidified.
All right, guys. Let us know what you think of the meta right now. I'm sure everybody hates it, but let us know in the comments below what you think. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, get in the Discord because it's free. The new player help is free. We do all kinds of really fun stuff in there. So we're gonna get out of here. I'm Circus. That's Kamel.
Peace out.
All right. See ya.